Let me show you how to make a starting treble crochet rather than using the 3 chain that you've likely been told to use. We're going to use a starting treble crochet instead, which is a starting double crochet in US, and it replaces that 3 chain, and it's a much better stitch to use. It starts with the starting double crochet, which is a starting single in the US, which means that you pull the loop on your hook a little and you place your hook from the front to the back on that first stitch. Yarn around hook and pull up a loop. So basically pulling that loop through from the back to the front of your work. You'll have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn around hook and pull through both loops. That is your starting double crochet, single crochet in the US. You ignore the stitch on the top of your stitch and you look to what is on the front of that stitch, and it's made up of a V. There's a left leg and there's a right leg hiding in there. What you want to do is place your hook through the left leg of that V on the front of the stitch. Yarn around hook and pull up a loop. You will have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn around hook and pull through 1 loop, and you will still have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn around hook and pull through both to finish off that stitch. And that last action gives you the top of the starting stitch, which will work into when you do a return row. And you've built up the height here as you would have done with a chain 3, but you have a much thicker stitch which is much more stable and stops these big gaps from forming, which is what you get with turning chains. Let's go through that again quickly. Begin with the starting double crochet single in US. You extend that yarn on your hook a little and you place your hook through from the front to the back. Yarn around hook and pull up a loop. Yarn around hook and pull through both on your hook. Place your hook through the left leg at the front of the stitch, not on the top. Yarn around hook and pull up a loop. Yarn around hook and pull through 1 loop. Yarn around hook and pull through 2. And that's your starting treble crochet. And from then on, you can just continue to do treble crochets, which are double crochets in the US. And what this means is the starting treble cancels your first stitch, and when you do your return pass, you can see there's a top of your stitch. It's really easy to find and it's much easier to work in than a 3 chain.